Hello guys and welcome back. So let's continue and the diversity of lives of animals part 2. We're going to talk about the vertebrate animal, which is the animal that have a backbone and a spinal cord. You are under this file, by the way, chordata. First of all, we have 5 groups: fishes, birds, amphibian, reptiles, and mammals. These are the 5 groups of vertebrates. So the word fish is used informally to describe any aquatic vertebrate that looks similar even though they belong to several different clades, because all are adapted to life in water. Most vertebrates we call fishes have a paired fins, scales, and they breathe by gills. So most fishes we know we call fishes have a paired fins, scales, and gills. Let's see what they eat. They have a different type of feeding. They varies widely both within and between a group: herbivore, carnivore, and parasite. They have a closed circulatory system. Please, all of the chordata have a closed circulatory system, okay? So they have a closed circulatory system. How they can breathe or respirate? Through gills. So the water come inside the gills, inside their mouth, and these gills have a very huge amount of like blood vessels. They will filtrate the oxygen, okay? They will filtrate the oxygen and give the oxygen to the rest of the body. So they breathe through gills. For sure, they have method. The method is varied between a group. They have external or internal fertilization. By the way, the fishes can act as a male or a female. So they can act to produce a sperm or an egg in sexual reproduction. So vertebrate, closed circulatory system, and they respirate through gills. What is this animal? Yes, it's fish. Amphibian, like it's have a double life with earth and water. Amphibian, it's a name for these vertebrate, like these cute frogs. So amphibian can live on both water and on land. Most other amphibian breathe with lungs, lack scales and claws, and have moist skin that contain the mucus gland. So do amphibians classified under kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata? Yes, they are vertebrate and a chordate. So they usually are filter feeders. For sure, they have a closed circulatory system, double loop. They are having a double loops, which will make a two sides of the body, double loop, not like the other with a single loop. They breathe as a larvae. They breathe through skin and gills, and adult species will develop a lung because in their adulthood they will live on the earth. They must have lungs. So the amphibian, like frogs, they will develop lungs. Okay. For sure, they lay eggs without shells that are fertilized externally. So the eggs will fertilize outside the mother body, okay? They have, for sure, a nervous and sensory system. They have a skeleton. They have kidney that produce urine. All of that is a characteristics of amphibian. Double, closed circulatory system, have double life, develop a lung in the adulthood. Which of the following animals that develop a lung in the adulthood that have a double life? Amphibian. Reptiles like this, not cute snake at all. It's classified in the class Reptilia. Ectothermic vertebrates, so they depends on the environment to homeostate their body. So the homeostasis of their body and regulation of their temperature is depend on the surrounding environment. They have ectothermic vertebrate with dry scaly skin, unlike the amphibian with moist skin, with the glands Sorry. Okay. They have lungs, amniotic egg. They have a closed circulatory system. Reptiles have two loops, closed circulatory system. Their feeding and digestion vary. Okay. And for sure they have spongy lungs that will have a that would give them a larger surface area. They have a brain and nervous system. They have a sensory system. So they can detect and they can spot a warm-bodied prey in the dark. So they have a huge number of interneurons that give them a good sensory organ. So they have a strong limbs, except a snake, by the way, and they have internal fertilization with amniotic egg. Internal fertilization, so the egg and the sperm will get fertilized inside the mother body. Please tell me what's the answer of this question. So let's get back. Birds, for sure, feathery, have a beak, lay egg down. They are not mammal. They have a hard-shelled amniotic egg. They descended from the dinosaurs. Okay, what are they? They are the birds. So birds are the fourth group of the vertebrates that we have. For sure, they don't have any teeth. They adapted to eat insects, seed, fruit, nectar, fish, meat. They have organs like they have a digestive system. They have lungs. They have two loops, four-chambered heart that separate the oxygen-rich and oxygen-poor. So they have two loops with closed circulatory system, four-chambered heart, like the human. Okay, so they have a brain. They have a large optic loops to see. Their sense of their eyes are strong. They have a strong eyes because they have a large optic loops which responsible for the eyes. This is what birds are. They have a light weight, so they can fly, and for sure they have sexual reproduction via internal fertilization and amniotic egg with hard brittle shell. Amniotic egg with sac. That's what amniotic egg. Lastly, the mammals, which a human is classified under. The mammals which have their babies in their placenta. The mammals which give their babies milk. So mammals are endothermic, so they don't depend on the environment to make their body in homeostasis. Okay. Mammals are endothermic with hair and mammary gland that produce milk to nourish their young. For sure, they have a closed circulatory system, two loops, four-chambered heart that separate oxygen-rich and oxygen-poor blood. Our body is separated into two sections: oxygen-poor, oxygen-rich, veins and arteries. Some oxygen-poor vessels will bring the carbon dioxide into the lungs, and oxygen-rich will give the oxygen to the whole of the body. So they have lungs for sure. They have a kidney. They have like digestive system. They can eat insect, fish, meat, even blood. They have teeth, jaws, and digestive organs. So for sure they have a civilization, which is it's a group of the sense organ at the anterior tip of the animal body. For sure the reproduction is internal fertilization, and they vary to monoterm, marsupial, placental. So they have a sexual reproduction for sure. They have types and the internal fertilization. Monoterms, like echidna. Marsupials, like kangaroo. The development of baby is on external pouches, not on the mother body. And the placenta, just like a human, the development of the embryo inside the mother body. Sometimes the development of the embryo won't be inside the mother body. يعني like kangaroo, the first stage of the embryo life inside their mother, but after that they complete their development as an embryo in an external pouches. That's what mammals are. And for now, we have been at the end of the video. It's very simple. Just you should to focus on what I told you: circulatory, open circulatory, closed circulatory, respirate with gills, sexual, asexual, exoskeleton, and all of these stuff. Thank you for watching me. See you. Goodbye.